Hello, my name is Adam LaChapelle, and welcome to the Near Southwest Medical Reserve Corps. I'm the Regional Medical Reserve Corps Coordinator for this area, and we'll be walking you through your orientation. I'm originally from Columbus, Ohio. I graduated from Roanoke College, and I've been involved in many different volunteer organizations throughout my life. I'm currently a paramedic and a master's student in disaster medicine and management at Philadelphia University. Some of my passions include pediatrics, event medicine, and hazardous materials. The MRC was developed after 9/11 when thousands of workers descended upon the crash sites to offer aid. Unfortunately, they were unable to be used due to the system of being able to credential and verify their licensure and certifications. We've been used in other incidents of points of dispensing, which includes giving out mass vaccinations like during H1N1. We've been used during Hurricane Katrina. Most notably, the Near Southwest Medical Reserve Corps received the 2017 NACHO Model Practice Award. This award is given out to health departments and like organizations who work to promote public health. We won this award for working with the West Piedmont Health District and the Martinsville Police Department by handing out information related to Zika to residents of Martinsville in 2016. The MRC is a network of volunteers used to improve the health and safety of their local communities. We strengthen public health by providing emergency response and community resilience through licensed, trained, and credentialed network of volunteers. In Virginia, we are this yellow space right down here. We cover a wide area of Virginia here. As you can see, we are the Near Southwest unit. The Southwest unit is that red unit. A little blown up version here. Our area comes from everything from Appomattox to Pulaski and Giles, from Allegheny, Covington, down to Pennsylvania, Danville, Martinsville, Patrick County. We provide coordinated efforts of medical and non-medical volunteers to assist in public health. We support local health departments, events, and initiatives by preparing in advance of an emergency. We train with our teams, ourselves, and our families while maintaining our credentialing information. And we really focus on supporting Emergency Support Function 8. This emergency support function is within a national framework that specifically focuses on public health, emergency response, and mass fatality management. The requirements to be a Medical Reserve Corps volunteer is completing an online application. And if you're already viewing this PowerPoint, you've already completed that. Some of the next steps are to complete your background check paperwork within 90 days and keep your profile updated. We need to make sure that you keep this profile updated because this is how we send out alerts so you're aware of any emergencies or any events that are going on in the area. The biggest, most important thing is that you answer all of your communication alerts. This makes sure that we're contacting you via the most appropriate means and that all of your contact information is up to date and that you can respond to the alerts appropriately. Some of the other requirements are completing core disaster life support, IS 100, IS 700, and psychological first aid. If you guys already have these certifications, you can go ahead and send them to me at nsmrc@vaems.org. Don't worry about trying to copy down all this information. A follow-up email will be generated after you complete the quiz. The Virginia Volunteer Health System, VVHS, this is the system that houses all of the information and alerts that we can send to you, as well as keep track of things like your hours and the training that you have provided. You'll receive text messages from this and emails from it. When you receive an alert, it's very important that you click the link that says either I'm available or I'm not available each time. VVHS is this website here. You'll enter your username and password. If you have any problems logging in, that trouble logging in there is a hyperlink that provides you with the username and password reset capabilities. Some of the triggers for MRC deployment are when needs exceed resources. These may include public health emergencies like H1N1, mass casualty incidents, shelter operations, drills, exercises, and training, and pre-planned events. The way a deployment works is we receive a request, a readiness alert is sent out to you guys. We then need to receive approval from an appropriate director. This makes sure that we're operating within our scope of practice and our framework that support public health. You'll then receive another alert through VVHS here that you need to indicate your availability. If you respond available, we expect you to show up when you have signed up. When you respond available, you'll receive additional information and confirmation about the deployment you're about to go on. You'll need to make sure that you deploy according to the instructions, as well as sign in and sign out. Some important things to do is make sure that you don't self-dispatch. Just because you hear it on the news doesn't mean that you should go ahead and go to the scene. Wait for the alerts to come out. Not only does this protect yourself from criminal and civil liability, but it also makes sure that we work in an organized fashion to provide the best resources to the community. When you arrive on scene, we want to make sure that you don't freelance. So if you're assigned to do check-in or you're assigned to do examinations, you need to make sure that you continue to do that role that you are assigned and not just go off and do other things that you may see as necessary. And make sure that if you have a clinical license that you don't operate outside your scope of practice. The alerts look like this. You'll receive, it'll say exercise, and then it'll tell you the title of that. You'll receive your name there as well as a brief message. The important thing to do is that blue link that says please click here to confirm receipt and select your availability. When you click that, you're going to go to the web page that pulls up like this. Sometimes this may be blocked if you're using especially a business, a hospital, etc. You can click the choice there that says available under event choices. Blue buttons are saying that you are available. Red says you are not available. It is okay to be not available for any of these things. We just want to make sure that you receive the alerts and are able to respond. Under all of the basic requirements, you're not required to show up for a single event throughout the year if you don't want. We just need to make sure that you receive the alerts, and we do that by making sure you click available or unavailable. Again, if you click available, we are expecting that you are able to show up and be available during that time. Our cancellation policy. So again, if you click available, you're expected to show up. We know life happens, but if you have to cancel even at the last minute, it's really important that you call, text, or email myself or the point of contact to let them know. This makes sure that not only you're safe, but that you're communicating appropriately with us. I'll provide my contact information here at the end of the PowerPoint. With liability coverage, the Volunteer Protection Act of 1997 is a federal act that covers volunteers acting within their scope of practice from any criminal liability, as well as certain conditions are met. Virginia extended this to provide an additional layer of liability to protect you from civil penalties, just as long as you are operating within your scope of practice and approved. There's some nuances to these things, but as long as you are working in good faith and providing the best care that you can, you'll be protected from both criminal and civil liability. Some of the teams that we have are a leadership team that's in development. We're calling this a county captain. This will provide leadership to the MRC volunteers as well as your community. The Mass Fatality Response Team is a state team run by the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner. This team allows volunteers to go into the medical examiner's office and can do everything and almost all the way up to assisting them with an autopsy. This really helps if there is an event where there are a large number of fatalities and you may either be called to the scene or to backfill some of the office. We also have an epidemiological response team. These people assist the local epidemiologist during outbreak investigation. This is a favorite, especially with Masters of Public Health students. We also have educational public health outreach. We do a lot of moulage and being patients during exercises. We also work with medical response team and veterinary response teams. The next step in this, the email that you got this link in, there's going to be a quick quiz that you'll need to take. Once you fill that out, you'll receive additional information. Once you fill out the quiz, you'll have to go to your local health department and complete about 15 minutes of paperwork. They'll need to conduct a background investigation, so you'll need to bring a photo ID with you. They'll also take an ID badge picture. They'll give you a lanyard and badge holder. After you complete this, the coordinator, myself, will send you a badge in the mail. After this, you'll be able to join in any of the number of responses when you are able to. So in conclusion, the need was identified for the Medical Reserve Corps after 9/11. We support public health and our community through a group of trained and credentialed volunteers. We respond when needs exceed the resources, and you are covered during approved activities. Here's my contact information. Feel free to email me with any questions or concerns that you may have. Make sure you follow the link in the email that has the quiz. After you do the quiz, you will receive more information to go to your local health department to complete your background check and take your ID picture. Thank you and have a great day.